Chapter 37 Sri Sai Satcharitra English Chavadi Prashan Urigimpu Utsavam. A number of people or vehicles moving forward in an orderly fashion, especially a part of ceremony. Prashan means preliminary. Preliminary. Blessed is Sai's life for his devotees. Blessed this daily routine his ways and actions are indescribable. Sometimes he was intoxicated, Mattu. When you have lost the normal use of your mental or second physical faculties by ingesting an alcoholic beverage, a drug controlled substance, or any combination thereof, with Brahma and divine bliss, and at other times completely self-absorbed, while doing so many things at the same time, he was yet unconcerned with them. Though he seemed at times quite inactive, he was not idle or dozing. D-O-Z-I-N-G, తేలికగా నిద్రించండి, sleep lightly. He always abided in his own self, though he looked calm and placid nisibdanga, Placid. As the sea, he was the deep and unfathomable, Unfathmoble, లోతు కనుగొనలేని, who can describe his ineffable, Infable, అనిర్వచనీయమైన nature. He regarded men as brothers, women as sisters and mothers. He was a perfect celibate, brahmachari. As everybody knows, may the knowledge we got in his company last long unto death. Let us ever serve him with wholehearted devotion to his feet. Let us see him God in all beings, and let us constantly remember his name. Hemant Pant, after making some lengthy dissertations, DISCRTATIONS Pravachanam, on some topics of Vedanta, which he himself considers as a dangerous digression, a temporary departure from the main subject in speech or writing, goes on to describe the Chavadi Prashan. Chavadi Prashan, Baba's dormitory, a large bedroom for a number of people in a school or institution, has been already described. One day he slept in the masjid, and on next in the Chavadi near the masjid. He slept in the masjid and in the Chavadi on alternate days. These alternate sleeping at both these places went on till Baba's Mahasamadhi. From 10th December 1909, devotees began to offer regular worship to Baba in the Chavadi. These we will now describe with his grace. When the day of retiring to the Chavadi came, people flocked to the masjid and did bhajan in the mandap courtyard for a few hours. Behind them was a beautiful palanquin, Palanquin, Pallaki. To the right, a Tulasi Vrindavan, and in front of Baba adorned, ADORNAD, Alankarincharu, his seat, and there were the devotees singing bhajan, men and women who had a liking for the bhajan came in time. Some took tal, chiplis, and kartal, mrudang, kanjri, and gol, all musical instruments, in their hands, and conducted the bhajan. Sai Baba was the magnet who drew all the devotees to him. Outside the open, some trimmed their divatyas, torches. Some decorated the palanquin. Some stood with cane sticks, provided balance support in the standing and walking in their hands, and hailed victory to Baba. The corners were decorated with buntings, BUNTINGS, a loosely woven fabric used for flags, సౌందర్య సాధనాలతో జెండా వస్త్రము. In the masjid, rows of burning oil lamps shed their light. Baba's horse, Shamkarna, stood fully decorated outside. Then Tacha Patil came with a group of men to Baba and asked him to be ready. Baba sat quiet in his place till Tacha came and helped him to get up by putting his arm under Baba's arm. Tacha called Baba by the name of Mama, maternal uncle. Really, their relationship was extremely intimate, సన్నిహితమైన, వ్యక్తిగతమైన. Baba wore on his body the usual kafni, took his satka short stick under his armpit and after taking his chilim tobacco pipe and tobacco and placing a cloth over his shoulder become ready to start. They Tatya placed a golden embroidered beautiful shawl SHELA means shawl SHAWL over his body. After this, Baba himself put a fuel sticks into the dhuni to keep it alive, and with his right hand extinguished the lamp burning near the dhuni and then started for the chavadi. Then all sorts of musical instruments, band and horns, etc., gave out different sounds, and fireworks exhibited various colored views. Men and women singing Baba's name started walking, doing bhajan to the accompaniment of mridang and veena. Some danced with joy and some carried various flags. The baldars, uniformed escorts, announced Baba's name when he came on the steps of the masjid. On two sides of the Baba stood persons who held chamras, a bundle of animal hair fixed at an end of a stick, and others who fanned Baba. On the way were spread folds of cloth which Baba walked on, being supported by devotees' hands. Tacha Patil held the left hand and Mahalsapati the right, and Bapu Saheb Jag held the chatra umbrella over his head. In this fashion, Baba marched on to the Chavadi. The fully decorated horse named Shamkarna led the way, and behind him were all the carriers, waiters, musical players, and the crowd of devotees. Harinam, the name of the Lord, was being chanted to the accompaniment of music, as also the name of Sai. In this manner, the procession reached the corner, and everyone who joined this party seemed pleased and delighted. On reaching this corner, Baba stood facing the Chavadi and shone SHONE Mersindi with a peculiar aura. It seemed as if the face of Baba took over the glory of the rising sun. Baba stood there with a concentrated mind, facing the north as if he was signaling something. All the instruments played music while Baba moved his right hand up and down for the some time. Kaka Saheb Dikshit at this time came forward with a silver plate containing flowers besmeared charimina, pusina with gulal, red powder, and threw them on Baba's body off and on. The musical instruments played their best at this juncture, and Baba's face beamed with radiance and beauty, and all the persons viewed this luster, Lustre, Velugu, to their heart content. Words fail to describe the splendor of this scene. Sometimes Mahalsapati began to dance as if processed by some deity, but all were surprised to see that Baba's concentration was least disturbed. With a lantern in his hand, Tatya Patil walked on Baba's left side and Bhagat Mahalsapati on the right, holding in this hand the hem Batta yokka anchu of Baba's garment. What a beautiful procession, and what an expression of devotion to witness these men and women, poor and rich, flocked there. Baba walked at very slow pace. Bhaktas followed on the both sides with love and devotion, with joy permeating PRMEATING Praveshamu, the whole atmosphere of the place. The procession reached the Chavadi. Those days are gone now. Nobody can see them in future. But by remembering and visualizing the sight, we can bring solace, SOLACE, Odarpu, and Esastasy, ECSTASY, Paravasam, Tanmayatvam, to our minds. The Chavadi was also fully decorated with a good white ceiling, mirrors, and many sorts of lamps. On reaching there, Tacha went ahead and spread an asan seat cushion, and placing bolster BOLSTER Dindu made but sit there and made him wear angarka coat. Then the devotees worshipped him in various ways. They put a crown on his head, and with a tuft, TUFT, kuchu, Above placed garlands of flowers and jewels round his neck, and marking his forehead with musk mixed kasturi kalpina vertical lines as Vaishnava devotees. They gazed at him for long to their heart's content. They changed his head dress now and then held it aloft, ettuga on the head, fearing that Baba might throw it away. Baba knew what the Bhaktas wished for the and meekly, Meekly, Saumidu, Vinamratto submitted all their ways without objection. With these adornments, he looked wonderful and beautiful. Nana Saheb Nimonkar held the Chhatra state umbrella with its umbrella pendants PENDANTS locket which moved in a circle with its supporting stick. Bapu Saheb Jog washed his feet in a silver dish, offered argya and worship with due rituals, then besmeared his arms with sandals paste and offered him tambul, betel leaves. Baba sat on the asan gadi while Tatya and others kept standing. When Baba sat on the gadi, supporting himself against the bolster, Dindu, devotees on both sides woved charmers and fans. Shama then prepared the chilim and handed it over to Tatya Patil, who drew a flame out of it by inhaling a deep breath through his mouth and then gave it to be a Baba. After Baba had his smoke, it was given to Bhagat Mahal Sapati and then it was passed round to all. Blessed was the inanimate chilim. It had first to undergo many ordeals, Agni Parikshalu of penance, Pachatapam, such as being netted, Piski Kalptaru by pot makers, dried in the sun and burnt in fire, and then it had good fortune to get the contact of Baba's hand and his kiss. After this function was over, devotees put garlands of flowers around his neck and gave him scent and bunches of flowers. Baba, who was incarnation of dispassion, DISPASSION, Vairagyamu, cared a fig for all these necklaces of jewels and garlands of flowers and other decorations. But out of real love to his devotees, he allowed them to have their own way and to place themselves. Finally, Bapu Saheb Jag waved the Arati over Baba, observing all formalities, and the musical instruments played their auspicious tunes. When the Sarati was over, the devotees returned home one by one, saluting Baba and taking his leave. When Tacha Patil, after offering chilim, attar, scent and rose water, stood to depart, Baba said to him lovingly, "Guard me properly. Go if you like, but return sometimes at night and inquire for me." On replying in the affirmative, Tacha Patil left the Chavadi and went home. Then Baba himself prepared his bed. He arranged some sheets one upon another, and thus making his bed went to rest. We shall also to take rest and close this chapter with a request to listeners that they should remember Baba and his Chavadi Prashan daily before they retire and go to bed. Both to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Sreenivasa Vijayate.